For organizations that want to pilot first, they can work directly with companies like Amazon Web Service, and we provide those services, and we have like 3 different layers in our offering. Or you can work with our partners, and we have a large ecosystem of partners that are helping. Or you can also consume that AI with ISVs that are using our technology to provide their service. But from an Amazon perspective, we use what we call the Amazon Web Service Stack, which is a 3-layer system. The first one is you can develop your model and bring it to Amazon and run it on our cloud and use our compute power and use our storage. That's level 1. Then you have a second level, which is the one that usually companies that have data scientists are using, which is they build an end-to-end solution, an end-to-end model using our platform called SageMaker. Okay. And that means ingesting the data, cleaning the data, training the model, deploying the model. Everything is managed by second layer with SageMaker. But then there's other companies that maybe don't have data scientists, they don't have those skills, and maybe they don't need them, because we have a third layer, which is the one that provides what we call the AI service, which is things that are already trained, and we talk about later what is a pre-trained model, that they will allow them to use. I don't know, I want to add personalization, I want to add a fraud detection, I want to add a text-to-speech conversion. Those services already exist there, and it's as easy as adding them with a simple API, which means that if they have developers, they're capable of using those services. If they don't have data scientists, they don't have developers, then they end up working with partners who provide that expertise. We have like 23 AI services which are pre-trained models. Means that it doesn't make sense that an organization builds their own model for doing a translation or build their own model for doing computer vision and so on. So we have already trained those models. Those models are already available. You can use them with a single API, and that means that you want to add text-to-speech or comprehension or extracting information from a document, or you want to do video recognition and so on. You don't need to train your own model, which means that it's super simple to use. It's just a single API. We have 23 of those AI services in different categories, text and documents, search, computer vision, and then some that are more close to business, like personalization, forecasting, fraud detection. And some of them are very, very specific to some industries, like healthcare and also industrial. Everything that is predictive maintenance is one of the use cases that we see the most across the manufacturing industries. Those services already exist. They're already trained. Doesn't mean that they won't use your data and they will not adapt to your needs. So they have auto-ML capabilities, meaning that even if they are pre-trained, they will adapt to your specific needs, but you don't need to do all the base training, which is super compute intensive, takes a long time and is very expensive. You can just basic rules. Yes, you can. But the system will never be as perfect as a system that is capable of learning from the data and training the model. That's a big difference. We don't program ML. ML learns from data. And that's what excites me about AI, is the fact that it's not created, but it's something that is learned, is bottom up. There's one use case for sure that will have a strong impact in your organization. Identifying that use case is probably the first step. Finding 2 or 3 examples of other companies that have done exactly the same for that use case. And then that this is probably the most transformational technology we've seen in the last 25 years. And I mentioned those 4 previous ones, which were big, were all impacted by everything, by the cloud, by the smartphone, by the internet and the PC. We will all be impacted by AI. AI will augment human ingenuity. So it's augmenting human ingenuity, improving productivity by using AI to serve humans. And that's a fantastic future that we have ahead, and I'm super excited to be part of it, and I think that everyone will be part of it.